We are going to work through to some restorative movements today, so a little bit slower, still some movements. So what we're going to do to start with, just taking those feet hip distance apart, just ground yourself and feel the floor. So I want you to feel your heel, I want you to feel your toes. You're taking the weight all the way forwards towards the toes. We take the weight all the way back towards the heels. You're going to find a middle point then between the two, so the weight is distributed between the heels and the toes, and we're not on one or the other. From there, I just want you to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to reach those arms up and overhead, and then breathe out, you're going to bring those arms all the way back down and around. Give those shoulders a nice little roll, and again, we take a breath in, and then breathing out, those arms come down and give those shoulders a nice roll. Good. From there, you're going to turn the toes out. We're in a soft stance. From here, I'm going to bend the knees, take the hands forwards, and then I'm going to come back up nice and tall. As I come up to the stand, I want you to think about pressing the floor away from you. We're just getting a nice steady bit of movement. Good. Knees are tracking out towards the toes as my arms start to go that direction as well. Good. Back up nice and tall. And again, we reach out. Good. Let's go for 3. And back up. Just taking your time, feeling the body, connecting both sides. You want to feel nice and even through the legs as you work. You're going to hold it here on the one. Hands are going to come forwards and then hands come to the hips. You're going to stand all the way up tall. You're going to find that depth again. Good. Just a couple more here. Lovely. Give me one more. You're going to hold it there. You're going to lift both heels off the floor, and I want you to think about keeping your weight towards the big toe, so we distribute through all 5 toes, so we're not hanging out towards the baby toe. So distributing that load, and then we straighten the legs up, keeping the heels slightly lifted, and then we bend those knees. And with this little bit of a balance challenge, we might go for a little, we might go for a bigger range, depending on what your body is comfortable with at this stage. So if we have it, we're going to come a bit deeper. But if we need to, we stay up towards that top end of the range. And again, nice and steady, building just that warmth into the muscles, getting those hips opening up. Let's go for 2. Excellent. Let's go for 1. A little bend and extend. Heels come back down to the floor, and then you're going to walk those feet all the way back up and in. Good. From here again, feet are hip distance apart. You're going to raise one heel, so I've lifted my right heel, and then we're going to swap. Now, target is you're pushing the body up towards the ceiling rather than going for the catwalk strut. Time for that. But at the moment, I want you to think about pressing the body up as we alternate and control the lowering of the opposite heel. Good. We've got 8, 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and when both heels come up, and then both heels come back down. Good. From here, then we're going to go back into that little chair posture. So feet again, just stay parallel, hands reach forward, hips reach back. We come up nice and tall. So as I reach the hands forwards, I do want to think about sending the bum to the wall behind, and then I'm going to come up nice and tall. So we sit back and down, and then we come up nice and tall. Arms are just reaching out in front. And again, just taking movements nice and steady, nice and considered. Engaging the glutes, body comes up nice and tall. You've got 3. You've got 2. And back up. You've got 1. Hold it here. Hands are reaching forwards. We're going to rise to the toes again. Same purpose. Distribute that weight through all 5 toes. We lower both heels. We lift both heels and we lower them. We lift both heels and we lower. We lift both heels and we lower. You've got 3 more. Lift both heels and we lower. Good. Last 2. Lift and we lower. Last 1. We lift. Straighten those legs up, and then we lower the heels and the hands back down. Good. Coming to the end of your mat, we're just going to again give those shoulders a roll. Think about where your feet are in space and where that weight is distributed. You're going to take a breath in, softening the knees slightly so we're not pegging through the knees. Knees are soft, chin comes towards chest, and you're going to fold the body forwards and down. So I'm letting the body, letting those arms hang down, trying to make the body as small as I can as I roll down towards the floor. I'm going to look in towards the body, and then I'm going to roll myself all the way back up nice and tall. Shoulders come back and down. And again, chin comes to chest. Soft through the knees, I'm scooping the tummy in. I'm trying to fold the body forward over myself. Good. Chest is coming through towards the thighs. And then I look towards the belly button. And then I'm trying to get that restacking. So I'm tucking the tailbone in underneath and trying to restack the spine, segment by segment, back on top of each other. Ribs on top of the hip, shoulders on top of ribs, and then the head comes back up on top of the body at the very end. This time we're going to roll down. We're going to then walk the hands out along the floor as we come into a plank position. So we want to then travel down. Shoulders are going to travel forwards over the wrists, and we want to squeeze the bum. I'm pushing back into my heels. My legs are nice and strong and stable, and my core is lifting up and in towards the body. From here, I'm going to bend my right knee, tap down, and we straighten. Bend the left knee, tap down, and straighten. Right knee taps down and straightens. Left knee and straighten. You've got 4 more, we straighten. You've got 3 and straighten. Keep thinking about pushing the floor away. Last one, we bend, we straighten. Hips come back up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to walk those hands in as we bring ourselves all the way back up nice and tall. Give me that lovely restacking of the body. Shoulders on top of the ribs, head on top of the shoulders right at the very end. Good job. We're going to go again for that. So take a breath in. Chin comes towards the chest. We soften the knees. We fold that body forwards and down. We're going to walk those hands out, finding that plank. Shift the shoulders over the wrists. Think about engaging that whole hand from the fingertip with the floor. Legs are strong, bum is squeezed, abs are pulled up and in. Bend the right knee, I tap down. I straighten to take up that tension. Left knee bends, and then I straighten. Right knee bends, and I straighten. Left knee bends, and straighten. Right knee bends. Last one. Left knee, and straighten. This time both knees are coming down. From there, relax the toes. You're going to sit the bum back towards the heels. Take that stretch out in front with those arms. You're going to bring yourself back up onto all fours. Shoulders come over the wrists. Toes are curled in underneath. And then from there, we straighten the legs and we find the plank. I'm going to bend the knees. Relax the toes down. Ankles come flat. Reach the bum back towards your heels, leaving the hands where they are. Again, we take the body weight forwards into our hands. Toes are curled up in underneath, and I'm going to straighten the legs and I hold the plank. Lovely. Knees come down. Relax the feet, send the bum back, and then we bring the body weight forwards. Toes curl in. Straighten the legs. Lovely. From here, you're going to option to hold, option 2. We're going to take 1 foot off, 1 inch or 2 off the floor, and I set back down. Left leg comes off, and I set back down. Just going to go 1 more each side. We set back down. Just keep holding if it's comfortable or more manageable. The knees come down. Relax the feet. We send the bum back. Good. From here, you're then going to bring yourself forwards. You're going to drop down onto that left elbow. You're going to reach the right leg out behind you. Okay, so I'm keeping your left foot tucked in underneath or in line with your knee. From here, I'm going to lift that right leg up and I'm going to lower down, tap the floor. I'm going to lift the right leg up and I lower down, tap the floor. Lift the right leg up and I lower down, tap the floor. Lift the right leg up and I lower, tap the floor. 2 more. Lift and we tap. 1 more. We lift, we tap down. I'm going to bring that knee in. I'm going to swap sides. I'm going to turn face the other direction. But you guys obviously can stay as you are. You're going to drop that right forearm down. I'm reaching it with that left leg. And then from here, I'm going to squeeze. Lift the left leg up and I tap down. Lift the left leg up and I tap down. Lift the left leg up tap down. Good. You're keeping that core engaged, you're not letting the body bend down towards the floor, so it's just the hip that is activating. You've got 2 more, and 1 more. We lift up, we lower down, bring the knee back in, and you're bringing yourself back up onto all fours. This time, just adjusting your position, so knees are in underneath hips, hands are in underneath shoulders. Toes are curled in underneath you, and you're going to press the floor away. We're going to draw the tummy in, and we're going to hover those knees just an inch or 2 off the mat. Take your breath in, and breathe out as we lower back down. And again, think about pressing the floor away. If the wrists are not comfortable, you might come into that fist-like position, a little hover, and then we rest back down. Good, those are your 2 options for the wrist position. You also can consider rolling your mat up, doubling it over to give you a slight bit of a riser at the heel of the hand as I lift and as I lower. Sorry, I have not mentioned that earlier, but those are little options for variations on the wrists. We're going to go again. So we hover the knees, think about drawing the tummy up and in, and then we lower the knees back down. So it should feel like we're floating those knees up. Small little hold, 3, 2, and we rest those knees back down. 1 more for me. Take a breath in, breathe it out as we hover and hold. You've got 3, you've got 2, and we rest those knees all the way down. Good job. From there, you're going to sit down then onto your bum. You're going to have those legs off to the left-hand side. Now, I can feel my right hip is rather tight. I think I did mention that last week, possibly even tighter. Target here is that the shin in front of you is roughly parallel to the body, and the foot to the left is roughly lined up with your bum. Okay, so it's not too close, not too far away, but it's roughly lined up there and it's not tucked in underneath you. Your right hand is going to come down onto the floor. Your left hand is going to rise to the ceiling. You're going to give me a nice side bend. Good, and then we can back up tall. Left hand comes down, my right hand comes up, and I side bend over to the left. So I can use my left hand here to give me a little bit of anchorage or a little bit of support. We can back up tall, bring the hand back down. Left hand comes up and we side bend over. Good. You might add a little rotation, so I'm turning my chest towards the floor. My right hand is giving me a bit of resistance as I rotate. Then I come back to the side bend. Then I bring the body up tall and I bring the hand back down. Right hand comes up, I'm side bending over to the left. And again here, I'm turning the chest towards the floor and I'm reaching my hand across the body and forwards. Give me that nice big stretch up through the side of the body. Come back to that side bend, come back up tall and I bring the hand back down. Nice. From there, we're going to kick the legs out in front, take them around to the other side. Good, and again, front shin roughly parallel to the body. Leg to my right now, as I say, foot not too close in, not too far away, should feel fairly comfortable. So, my left hand is going to reach up towards the ceiling. Sorry, wrong way around. Left hand stays down, right hand reaches the ceiling, and we lean over. Good, so we take the side bend first of all. Breath in, we come up tall, and the hand comes down, left hand comes up, and then we side bend over. Good, back up tall, and the hand comes back down. Right hand comes up, we side bend, and then we add the rotation, and you're reaching forwards here, across the body. We return to the side bend, we bring the body up, and the hand comes down. Left hand comes up, we side bend, and again that right hand can pull or anchor you from the shin. Good. And then we add the rotations. I'm turning the chest towards the floor. I come back to the side bend. I come back up tall and I bring that hand all the way back down. Good. From there, what we want to do then is you're going to come around and you're going to come onto one knee. So, enter a high kneeling position. Here again, if your mat is thin, like mine is a little bit thin on the thinner end, you might want a little extra padding underneath the knee, absolutely fine. Look after those knee joints, they need to last you a while, and they take enough of a battering. So Kneeling on one knee, the opposite foot is up in front of us, okay? And from here, then you want to shuffle that front foot further forwards. So I start you in that sort of 90-degree knee bend, and then you're going to move the foot further forwards to what is comfortable for you. From here, you're leaning forwards into that. So we should get a nice stretch on the leg that is left behind you, okay? If that is comfortable for you, you have the option to reach both hands up towards the ceiling, or definitely have one hand on the knee, and the knee that is on the floor, so it's my left side, my left hand is going to reach up to the ceiling as I lean forwards into that. If you want a little bit more again in this position, think about engaging the glutes. We're going to squeeze that bum super tight, and that's going to help to lengthen out the muscles at the front of the thigh. From there, I'm going to send the bum towards the heel behind me, and I bring both hands down towards the floor. Again, I mightn't get there, so I might bring hands to my knee, but if I can, hands are to the floor either side of that front foot, and then I'm traveling forwards, and I'm going to take those arms up. Try not to lean over the thigh. You're going to lose the intensity of the stretch. So as I come forwards, I'm keeping that body nice and upright. Good. And then I bring the hands back, and I'm going to send them back. When I come into this position, I'm stretching the back of the front thigh, so the front hamstring. That's the muscle we're targeting there. Let's go one more. We reach forwards and up with those hands. Again, option is one hand on the thigh and the kneeling knee that same side, reaching to ceiling, and then we come back. Now from here, then we're going to bring both hands down level with the front foot. Okay, again, that might feel like a challenge. The floor may feel very far away. Your target here is, and I sort of keep a little tented hand position. My hand that is closest to my foot is going to rotate and reach up to ceiling, and then I'm going to bend the elbow and drop that elbow down towards the floor. So I'm going to reach up towards the ceiling, and then I drop that elbow and reach down towards the floor. Let's go two more. We reach up, drop that elbow down. Last one, I reach up, and I'm dropping that elbow down. Good. We're going to take that leg around behind you, and then we swap sides. I'm going to change my angle. Same again. You guys can stay as you are. So I'm kneeling on my right knee now, my left foot is further forwards, body is up nice and tall, and I'm going to lean into that. Option one hand, same side that the knee is on the floor. Option two, both hands. I'm going to send the bum towards the foot behind me, and I lean forwards into that, stretching the front hamstring. Then I'm traveling forwards, take the body weight forwards. If I want a little bit more again, I'm going to squeeze that right bum cheek now, to try and add into that intensity, and then I send the hands back. Let's just go one more here. We reach forwards, keeping the chest nice and upright, and then I send the bum back. Good. From there, both hands then are coming to the inside of my left foot. The hand that is closest to the foot is going to reach towards the ceiling. And then I'm dropping that elbow down the instep of my front leg, trying to find the elbow to the floor. I reach the hand to ceiling, and then I'm going to bend the elbow, drop down towards the floor. And I reach the hand to ceiling, and bring that elbow down. And each time you may find that you can get a little bit further. That knee is going to open out away from the body. Let's go for one more. Dropping that elbow down. And then from there, both hands come onto the floor, and I'm going to take both knees back. On my mat here, I'm going to take my knees a little bit wider. I'm going to send the bum back in towards my heels. Arms come out in front, and let that chest just relax down towards the floor. Taking just a couple of nice big deep breaths in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Letting the body sink nice and heavy. Bum back towards the heels as you breathe in. Let the chest sink down towards the floor as you breathe out. Let's go one more. Nice breath in. And breathe it out. Good. From there, you're going to take your body weight forwards a little bit. If we can, I want you to try and tuck your toes in underneath. You're going to push yourself back so you come onto the ball of the foot. You're getting a nice deep stretch now down through the back of the calf, hopefully, down through the heels. From there, if we have it, you're going to push the feet down and we roll the body all the way up. If that's not comfortable, just take your time coming up nice and safely up onto your feet. And then you're going to come back up to stand for me. Just again, orientate yourself on your feet, finding that midpoint. And then from there, we're going to take a breath in, reaching those hands up and overhead. You're going to hold on to your right wrist. You're going to reach the hand up to ceiling and give me a little lean over to the left. Good. We can back up tall. Hold on around the left wrist. Give that hand a little pull up the ceiling and lean over to your right. We can back up nice and tall. Bring those arms all the way down around. Give those shoulders a roll for 3. Lots of clunking. 2 and 1. Good. And relax the arms. And well done. That is you for today. I hope you enjoyed a little bit more mobility and with a little bit of work in it too. So enjoy, and we'll see you soon.